Hi everyone. Good evening. Welcome back to our industrial webinar series brought to you by Segi Group of Colleges. My name is Pearl, and I will be your moderator today. Okay, so how is everyone doing? Is everyone doing okay? Hi guys, I see a lot of comments coming in. Thank you for tuning in with us. And as you can see in all the chat boxes that you can see, we have registration link. Okay, so please register yourself and and wait for it because it's useful for your lucky draw later on. Okay, so welcome to our talks today. So we are very honored to be able to invite the co-founder of Yogood Malaysia, Miss Junita Ee, to be here with us today. She'll be sharing more about Yogood and more about her experiences and journey in building out the company. But before that, please allow me to do a sound check. Okay, so if you can hear me loud and clear and you can see me clearly, can you just drop in the comment box and let me know? Okay, so type a yes and let me know. And while waiting for your responses, just let me share with you. You are live on both Facebook and YouTube of both colleges, on all the colleges, so which are Sagi College Kuala Lumpur, Subang Jaya, Penang, and Sarawak. Okay, if you find your video a bit laggy, try to consider other alternative platforms, yeah? Okay, just look at your responses. Thank you all for coming in. Oh, wow. Okay, I will see a lot of responses. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah. And guys, we love interaction. So please, throughout the session, interact with us. Put down what you think. It could be questions or your thoughts. Or if you find something that you cannot agree more, share with us. Okay? Yep. So more. Okay. Thank you for your responses, guys. Okay. Now, evening again. Thank you for coming in for the talk. Our talk today is divided into 3 parts. First part, we will have our speaker share with us more about Yogood Malaysia, how it is founded, and her experiences on the obstacles that she faced, okay, when she's building up the company. And then we'll have a halftime break. When we come back, we have part 2. So part 2, she'll be sharing with us more about how the company is doing with the impact brought by the pandemic, and a little bit more about future of Yogood Malaysia. And then third part, we will have lucky draw and Q&A session. So we'll be going out 3 sets of Yogood products. You see here, 3 sets of Yogood products, which each set's worth about 80 ringgit. So a little note for everyone, right? So we have to be present and be able to comment, I am the winner, okay, at the end of the session when your names pops up in order to claim your prize. So stay together with us, yeah? Okay, now I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge a few of our special guests who are with us here today. They are the sponsors and our partners. Right, let's give a very warm welcome to Albert from Illegal Malaysia. And then very warm welcome to Ivy, Focus Point, and welcome Janet and Castrit from Shore, Malaysia. And you see the cute mic here, it's from Shore. It's cute and professional. So it helps us to go through our webinar very smoothly. So thank you, Shore. Okay, now this is our special guests. Okay, before I move on, let me see the comments. Do I miss anything? No. Oh, hi everyone. Thank you. Oh, does someone's favorite breakfast is Yogood? That's good. Good from you guys. Okay, now, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? So put in comment, let me know. Type 1 if you're ready. And we'll be inviting our speaker out here today. Are you ready? Now, our speaker today, she is pretty. She is brave. She is the co-founder of Yogood Malaysia. And she is Miss Junita Ee. So let's welcome her.
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone. Hi. First and foremost, thank you very much to SEGI Group of Colleges, for this invitation. I hope everyone is doing well. Of course, it's only my end here together with Pearly who will be, doing the talking. But I do hope to see more engagements. I can only say hi through voice, but feel free, to drop a chat, say hello. At least I know that you guys are listening. Thank you for taking your evening, just to have to tune into our session and also to listen about how Yogood has grown from a zero to a hero product for the past 12 to 13 years. Yep.
Right. Thank you, Junita. So, guys, I have a very, very serious question for you guys. Do you guys know Yogood? And if you know, please let us know what's your favorite before I share mine. So let us know. So while waiting, Junita, could you briefly introduce yourself to our audience today?
Okay. My name is Junita Ee. Just for your info, I am 100% Chinese because of my name. It's already in my IC. For my background, just a quick note. I have been in the FMCG industry since 2009. But prior to this, I was actually in IT line, not that long. I was doing also related to product marketing, but on the IT industry products, mainly like software, hardwares, and licensing. Then is where I met the actual founder of Yogood, who was then my boyfriend, but after that got promoted to become my husband. So I got to know him in 2009, and that's where we have actually sort of started building the brand of Yogood. And slowly, we settled down, we got married, and throughout this journey, this is where we have been growing the brand Yogood. But for not many people know actually, for Yogood brand is actually a local brand. But of course, our products are all sourced overseas, mainly from Europe and also Australia. So it's actually co-owned by this company called Cheyenne Trading, which is the company that I'm actually working for. So the products that I mainly handle are on branding and marketing. So Yogood is actually one of the brands that we manage, but we also specialize in high-end and niche products catered to the Malaysian market, where we sell to the retailers, baby shops, pharmacies, depending on the suitability of the product. So in terms of experience in this line, I have been around, in this industry for about 12 years, and hoping to continue learning and growing in this very fast and dynamic industry. Very challenging, very interesting, but I think that's how we keep things going, you see.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. Since we are already talking about Yogood a little bit, so why not we dive into our first question today? So a little bit more about how Yogood is founded.
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, the original founder of Yogood is actually started by my husband then in 2008. So it was actually started 2008 by my husband, Jeremy Ng. I only met him in 2009. So back then, this is a little bit on a touchy story because it's a little bit personal, because Yogood, no matter what, is our own branding. We grew from scratch. So we started the product with a main purpose, which is to create a selection of breakfast range of products using the best premium quality ingredients that doesn't compromise on two main factors, taste and nutrition. I would say even right up to today, this is the two important factors that we make sure for every of Yogood product, we have these two combinations in. So why we thought that a good quality product, it does not necessarily mean that it has to be premium at a very high pricing. So we set about to produce, good quality products at reasonable prices, because there's no reason why good nutrition shouldn't be affordable to everyone. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean you have to pay more. Technically, nutrition or good health should be enjoyed by all equals, by everyone. So that's why we try to ensure we use good quality ingredients in all our products. We make sure our product is also frequently tested, to meet international food safety standards. Because for the brand Yogood, we not only sell in Malaysia. The past few years, we've actually been selling in Malaysia, but since 2014 or 15 onwards, we have already started exporting. So you can actually see yogurt products in Singapore, in Indonesia. Even after the pandemic, if you happen to go to Maldives for holiday, you will also see yogurt products there as well. So we also sell in Vietnam. Currently also to a small sector, Shanghai, if I'm not mistaken, in China as well, to focus on yogurt products. So that's why, for us, food safety standards is crucial. And like I mentioned earlier, both taste and nutrition is something that we don't compromise. So, yep. Then, of course, we can go to the next slide. Okay. This is literally walking down Yogood's memory lane. If you can see currently those who are actually consuming our product, you will see we are very known for our pristine, the white packaging background, like you can see on Pearl's desk, and also my back end here. They're all white, clear packaging. This is what you're seeing on the screen now is actually what we started to sell in 2008. So you can see the range of products. You see the muesli bars on the top right. You have a total of 8 flavors. But of course, as time goes by, we feel that some flavors, doesn't move that well. Some products doesn't really suit the market. So of course, there are times that it is like a hit and miss. And back then, when we grew our product, it was not easy as well also, which we will cover in the next sector. But for now, I will just briefly show you, this is how Yogood actually looks like, and in the early days. And through certain transformation, then we have finally identified our true identity, how we want to, standardize our design, that one look from afar, you can tell that it is actually Yogood. That's Yogood, on the shelf. So as you can see here, the next slide, this is actually some of our current portfolio. This is what you are exactly seeing in today's market. Whether you go to Jaya Grocer, you go to Aeon, Village Grocer or Tesco. So you can see the range of crunchy mueslis that we have. Before that. Yep. So you can see the range of crunchy mueslis here. And then you have the gourmet mueslis. I think for Yogood, we are very popular for our range of muesli because we offer a variety of products, different kind of flavors. So it's not one flavor you eat and then after that you get bored. Then you will tend to switch to another brand. But for us, we try to keep things unique, keep things exciting. So there's always not just a one flavor for you to go to. There's always a different flavor, different texture. Some likes to eat it instant with milk. Some maybe perhaps like to take it with milk or yogurt. You make those overnight mueslis. So we try to make it interesting and a healthy option, and most important, variety for consumers to enjoy a healthy range of breakfast. And next slide, please. Okay, this one I'm pretty sure is very familiar to many students here. Even to our office staff, this has been a fixed staple to most of our Yogood fans. And in fact, this is actually one of our best-selling product category, which is our Yogood muesli bars. These are the ones that are coated with yogurt, or you have one particular one that is actually coated with chocolate. So these are the bars, that is very convenient to snack on. From the very first slide that we show you, the nostalgic moments, it has slowly evolved, and now we have actually branched to a subcategory called the granola bar. So granola bar is similar to muesli bar. The difference is it is not coated with yogurt. So this is more preferred towards guys. Girls, from my experience, even myself, I like a bit more chewy texture. So usually we go for the yogurt coated ones. But granola bar somehow is more like by males, guys, because the texture is slightly crunchy. Taste feels just as good as well. Next slide. Okay, this is our peanut butter. I think the one that you usually see in the market is always on the left. These are the no added sugar and salt peanut butter. And not many people know our peanut butters, our no added sugar and salt for Yogood. We are actually one of the pioneers that started this concept of no added salt and sugar. And in fact, our peanut butters are 100% using American peanuts. So some of the ones that is sold in the market, there are a lot that they've mentioned, maybe it's like locally produced, premium quality, but there are not many products that uses 100% American peanuts. And we are very proud to really share this to everyone that our peanut butter is truly one of a kind. Those who has eaten before will understand the quality, the aroma, the nutty flavor that there is in a bottle of our peanut butter. So it comes either in crunchy or also the smooth texture. The one on the right, you see like a superhero theme. This is a very new launch. We just launched this 2 months ago. This one we call it a classic range because we want to target this mainly to the younger crowd like yourself, for young working adults, college students, or maybe secondary school students. These are something that you guys will really might want to consider because the texture is slightly different. It may be added a little bit of salt and sugar, but it's not something that when you eat, it's like, wow, damn sweet, wow, very salty. You still get the strong nutty aroma from peanuts. And as mentioned earlier, it's also using our 100% American peanuts. Yeah, next slide. Okay, this Yogood Glow range, also from Yogood, but you see the heart that replaces the letter O is because we try to brand the Glow brand as a more premium range. Reason why premium is because unlike the other mueslis that we have been selling all this while, this one here is, I would say, the perfect choice for you to make overnight mueslis. I will share some pictures with you guys later, in the later slide. How you make overnight mueslis, is something like you mix with milk overnight, you soak in the fridge. Even if you don't want milk, you can always replace with non-dairy milk such as soy milk, almond milk, those who are lactose intolerant. So this one here is paired very well because it is added with chia seeds. Chia seed is actually very well known to have high in protein and plant-based omega-3 content, and also with oat bran. So oat bran, some people might not be familiar. It's actually the husk of oats that has been sliced thinly. The main function, I would say the main benefit of oat bran is actually good for the heart because it produces this ingredient called beta-glucan. So this one is generally, to promote good cholesterol and also to protect our heart. So we also brand it, into a heart-shaped design. So you can see even in the stores, the next time when you go for your grocery shopping, you will always see this Glow range is placed side by side to make the complete heart. Because one box on its own is actually just half a heart. So we see that this is selling, product. Not only we try to we don't compromise on quality, the taste. Now, I would say that even packaging itself, we have to make it attractive for consumers to be really, catch their eyeball, you see. Next slide, please. Okay, Yogood Junior. Now, it's after, I would say, myself and my husband, we got married, settled down, have kids, of course. Then we realized, maybe we should create something for children. So that's how we have the Yogood Junior range. So Junior range only came out much later, maybe about 2014. Yeah, around 2014. So we started off also with like smoothie bars, fruit snacks for kids. So this range is primarily featuring a range of healthy kids snacks. And I can say that it is definitely created by parents for parents. Because even for myself, so I find that buying snacks when we buy products for ourselves, we want, of course, healthy stuff. If it's for your children, like for you guys, they're all college kids, correct? Let's say you're buying for your younger nieces or for a younger sibling, you definitely want something that has no nasties, free from those artificial flavorings, preservatives, coloring. So this is also our promise in every single Yogood Junior product. These are the three main factors that we ensure that it's not added into our, our Yogood Junior range. So we can go to the next slide and we can see what are the features what are the range of products for Yogood Junior. So as you can see, we have 4 different range. The first one is like the fruit snack. I'll just briefly glance through. Fruit snack is actually those pastilles, slightly chewy, but there's no added sugar. So the sweetness actually comes from fruit itself. The fruit. So either we use like apple or blueberry or apple or strawberry to give that kind of taste. So even when you eat it, you can actually taste the real fruit itself, and it's not artificial. It's not medicine taste. It's very different. It's really natural fruit taste. And then you have also the Yogood Junior. Oh, there's a typo here. There's a Yogood Junior the Yogood Junior Smoothie Bar. These are actually smoothie bars similar to our muesli bar, but they are actually smaller in size, made of oat rice bubble. So it's easier for children to chew. Then you, of course, you have the third one is actually yogurt coated fruit snacks. So it can be yogurt coated fruit snacks that has sultanas coated with yogurt, or yogurt that you coat inside is with some apricot juices or apricot peach extract for children to snack on. So definitely all these are like something healthy for children to snack. And then last but not least, we have this Yogood Junior Vegetable Pasta, which we just launched this last month in the major supermarkets. So our pastas, as you can see for children, you can always see like there's 3 colors. You have the normal color, and perhaps they will have spinach for the green, and the orange usually is carrot. But for us, we use 4 different types of vegetables. So there is the turmeric, the beetroot, the spinach, and also the carrot. So these are like, good options for kids, because we find kids nowadays, they don't enjoy eating vegetables. Somehow they will always pick it out. So they are always into carbohydrate or meat. So at least these are, good options for parents when they are really at a loss, not too sure how to, entice children to eat vegetables. This is a good way to disguise vegetables in it. I see some comment here from Miss Kelly here that she rarely sees Yogood Junior series in the supermarket. Okay, that's because we always have people commenting or PM us on Facebook like, hey, I can't find this product, I think the reason, because for junior range, it has to be placed at the kids category, the confectionery. Confectionery means biscuit, kids snack. So you will always see our Yogood Junior products at the shelf. Except for the smoothie bar. Smoothie bar, because it's like muesli bar, you will always see with all our adult muesli range. But all these kids range, let's say if you cannot buy at the retailers, we have like our official Lazada or Shopee store, which, anytime you can actually purchase at your convenience. Okay, next slide. Okay, Yogood Grow. This is also another subsection we have under the kids range, but we have Grow is because this is actually, I would say, our first venture into the organic category. So as usual, also like mentioned, it is also created by parents for parents, and also we uphold the 3 main points, free from artificial preservatives, flavorings, and colorings. Yep, so the next slide. Okay, this is currently for the Grow brand, we only have these 2 range of products because we launched this last November, and then MCO after MCO after MCO after MCO non-stop. So I would say that the awareness for the Grow brand has not reached to the impact that we want it to be, but I would say that it's definitely a category that we tend to grow. These are actually organic puffs that you serve for your children. So their puffs is either, on the left, you see the rabbit design. You have this is with, for example, normal rice puffs together with strawberry puffs. And also on the right is actually whole grains with chocolate. So even for kids, we try to keep classic flavors, strawberry and chocolate. You can't go wrong with kids, you see. So this is something that, don't say children, even I myself, sometimes I snack this for breakfast or, or for a quick snack as well. Next slide. Okay, so basically this one here is just to show you a glimpse of the family portrait of Yogood, I would say. So this is a mixture of Yogood, Yogood Junior, and Yogood Grow. From where we've started, in 2008, right up to this very day. Of course, there are some hit and misses for some products that we eventually drop, but I'm happy to say that the growth, the presence so far for Yogood, in Malaysian market and overseas has been very, very positive, very overwhelming. We could not have grown until up to 32 types of, Yogood products under our Yogood umbrella. So definitely this is something that we're very proud of, and we couldn't have done it even better without the support of those who has actually tried or, have heard of our product.
Yep. Right. Thank you, Junita, for sharing that with us. When I hear about the junior series, then I feel like I'm children again. Why everything feels like it hits my heart. Okay, chocolate favorite. Okay, about incorporating the vegetables into the pasta because children do pick their vegetables out. I do pick up my vegetables also. Wow, I feel like children again.
You shouldn't actually. Health
Oh
is wealth now, I have to say.
yeah, yeah. Okay, guys, I just saw a few of you sharing with me your favorite yogurt products, and I see most of you say smoothie bars, and a few of you say about the breakfast cereals. Thank you guys for sharing with me. My time to share with you. My favorite is the chocolate bar. I really like the texture of it because it's not too hard and it's not too soft. It's just nice for biting, for
The
chewing.
the chocolate and nut muesli bar, is it?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
one.
Yeah. For our muesli,
Especially,
for our muesli bar, actually the choc and nut together with our blueberry cranberry. These are our two top selling flavors in Malaysia and Singapore.
I see. Okay,
Yep.
it's really good. I really like the choco rice crepe in the bar. That's my favorite
Mm.
part of the bar.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Junita, for sharing with so much with us. Of course, from zero to hero, that must be a journey. So could you share with us a bit some of your obstacles that you face when you're like setting up the company?
Okay. Perhaps we can go to the next slide. Okay. I will pinpoint, some challenges that we face, when growing this product together with my husband in the initial period, together with the rest of my team. I would say the first point where we want to highlight is really on the lack of product awareness. So back then, healthy products are not in trend unlike now. If you compare to 2008, to them, health, I mean, it's important, but it's not like now everyone is advocating, on healthy eating, eat right, you are what you eat, that kind of taglines. So back then, muesli and muesli bars were not that popular. Even now, everyone knows what muesli is, but people will always come and let us know that, for example, let's say if I were to exhibit at fairs, they'll ask me, June, if I eat muesli, I just eat with milk only, is it? What else can I eat with, So the the awareness of the product, whether people know how to eat it, how to consume it, there's no fixed way. I've come across many interesting people, how they eat their muesli. Some can actually just soak it overnight, they eat it as overnight muesli. Some they pour it with milk, they eat it instantly, or you mix with yogurt as a snack, as a bite to your yogurt, because yogurt is always very smooth and creamy. There are even people who actually use, mueslis to actually cook savory style. They actually add salt, then they add chicken floss on top. And this particular customer, I remember she's from Singapore. She eats it every day with chicken floss. She cooks the muesli, of course. So you'll find that, product awareness back then was very lacking. So it's always very important for us to build this kind of awareness. And talking about brand awareness and also reach out also, it takes a very long time to build consumers' trust and confidence. This is because, and until to this very day, our Asian mentality is very, very brand conscious. Why I say brand conscious? Let's say if I put yourself, you go to, let's say we go Aeon shopping. You want to buy, what is that? Like the cocoa beverage, something like Milo. If you put a big pioneer brand, for example, like Milo, and then you put like an Aeon brand, which will you pick? You should pick Milo, what? Correct? Because it's actually branded. The trust, the confidence is there for you to convince yourself, this is a particular brand that I will prefer to drink because I trust the brand. I have confidence in the brand. This was also the main challenge for Yogood at the initial period because no one has heard of Yogood. People don't know what Yogood is. And when people talk about muesli or muesli bars, they will be thinking to compare us, for example, the big boys, like Kellogg's, Uncle Toby's, Sanitarium. These are really strong international brands compared to us, Kichik Meow. The time, nobody knows about us, you see. And let's not forget, in 2008, 2009, there's no such thing as Facebook ads. There is no YouTube advertisement for you to see, or there is no online news for you to see. As you scroll, suddenly you see an advertisement there like that. Back then, there's no online, there's no digital marketing. So it's really 100% purely on physical, offline activations. That's what we call offline activations, as in you go to the mall. Only when you go out, you see maybe road shows, you see the product on the shelf, or promoter give you a sample to try our product. Or, for example, what we did together with my husband when we were still dating, every weekend, we will always carry our stocks. We will go to places like My Yoga. Back then, My Yoga at the gardens, then you have like Celebrity Fitness, you have California Fitness. I think California Fitness is when they have Jackie Chan as the ambassador back then. So during that period, going to gym was really very, very big thing. So that's when we actually spend our weekends, instead go a park tour, go and watch movie, we actually take our effort, we sacrifice the time to really sample, let people try. Because products are really all about trying. When you try, you taste, you know whether you like it or not. And that's where you are able to judge how good or how much quality and effort is placed in the product, So this is also actually one of our ways, to really build the awareness. It really takes years to build. This is not really done in 1 or 2 years. For general mindset from consumers, they will always want to, how should I say? They will want to see a particular product in the shelf for at least a few years to show its stability. Then only customers will have confidence to buy. So I would say that at least it's good that people will know how we have grown so much in terms of the range of products. Then another way is also obstacles such as, sponsorships to increase brand awareness. Prior to the pandemic, we do a lot of sponsorship, mainly to marathons. Previously we sponsored maybe like Great Eastern Run. There's also the Stand Chart Run. There are some small scale, some large scale runs. So it's really, to give away our muesli bars in the, the collection, the race kit pack for consumers to try our products. So all these are ways that we have to really build and break through the brand awareness and for people to instill that kind of confidence. Next slide, please. Okay. So the next point is also to curate products. Product curation as in creating products to meet the demand of consumers. Being abreast with new emerging health food trends. And the last point I've mentioned earlier, like Yogood being one of the pioneers of no added sugar and salt peanut butter. Throughout our journey, we have created some products that just didn't work out at the end. Like for example, like our muesli bar, we actually created a flavor which is like a green tea, peach and mango flavor. To be honest, I like that flavor. But somehow, we thought green tea should be something Asians were like, Malaysians were like, but it just didn't kickstart. So, we at the end, we have decided, to drop this flavor and maybe focus on those better selling ones. So curation is to be able to, identify the right product. Because once you identify, you have to develop, cost incurred, time, effort, money spent to grow the product. And if after a certain period, you don't see the ROI, of course, it's a bit heart pain. But then again, everything is always a learning curve. From an entrepreneur point of view, we cannot be successful 100% all the time. There will be times we have to accept failure, but the most important thing is learn from the mistakes, learn from our failure, and don't repeat again. That is the most important thing. So we always learn from mistakes. At least you try better than you're not trying. So this is good for people who have plans, who have your own vision that you want to grow your own brand. These are obstacles that you must be prepared that you will face in the future. There will be hits and misses. So it's whether you're good enough, to identify products that meets the demand of the market. You can't produce something that it has no demand. No demand means no one will buy. No one will buy means no money. Simple as that. Then we have also the last point, which is also a crucial point called product defects. We have, because of our product for Yogood, right, it's made mostly from natural ingredients, and we don't have like nasty chemicals such as preservatives, So, and because of this very factor, our products are very susceptible to infestation. So infestation, for example, like weevils in our product, we have received, on off, I've received complaints. People snap picture, then they let us know, oh, got weevils, that's in our product. So they will think that if you have, like, just like rice, sometimes if you don't cook rice after a while, you will see weevils, the black insect, correct? But for you, at most, you just, as you rinse, you just wash away and you cook it. But for our mueslis, people, when they see, weevils, they think it's a serious infestation. But these are actually the same factor, mueslis and also rice, because they are both natural products. There's no added chemicals, and there's no added chemicals, and we want it to be as natural as it can be, to preserve it. So sometimes, due to our weather, heat, humidity, external factors from third party, poor handling storage. Like for our warehouse, we will definitely keep our products, in a prim and proper manner. But the problem arises is when it leaves our warehouse, when it's dropped, let's say, to distribution points or the location where different outlets, they have like the distribution collection center. Our weather is so hot, there are the period where the sun is just so exorbitantly scorching hot. If you leave a muesli bar too long, the yogurt will melt. Then when you open the wrapper, you find that the yogurt sticks, to the wrapper. But all this can be avoided, if it's handled prim and proper. But sometimes, when it comes to these kind of things, it's beyond our control. Because when it's exposed to high heat, poor storage conditions, these are the things that we try to avoid. But on off, even to this very day, we still have issues like this. But we try to minimize, and of course, when customers highlight to us, we'll definitely try to solve it in a more amicable manner. Okay, next slide. Oh,
Right. Thank you, Junita, for sharing so much with us. Just a very personal question.
yes.
When we listen through the obstacles, it's tough. It's a up and down journey. Would like to ask, how do you actually cope with all of this?
How we actually cope? I would say, don't be afraid to fail, because even there are times when we want to launch something new, I still have that kind of doubt, because it's a new product. You worry whether will it do well, do you think you'll receive good response or not. But I always tell myself and my team, if you never try, you never know the result. So putting Yogood aside, tell yourself, if next time that if there are products or there are brands that you want to grow, or something that you want to bring your dream into a reality, you have to start somewhere. And most importantly, you have to trust what you're trying to promote. Without the trust, it's very hard for you to kickstart, and it's very hard for you to promote to the next level. How I always tell my team, when you want to sell something, you must entrust the product. You must sell it in a way that you can sell ice to Eskimo, if that ever makes sense. So it's always things like this that keep you going. There will always be challenges. The road is never smooth. You take the weather, for example. We can never have, sunshine all the time. You will have cloudy days, you will have rainy days. But don't ever forget, at the end of every storm, there is always a sunshine. Or even if there is a failed campaign that you have executed, even myself, I have executed campaigns or events that does not meet the ROI or the ROV, the return of value that we're looking at. But at least you always take this as a learning curve, learn from your mistakes, and you will never know, sometimes from these mistakes you learn, a new opportunity arises. I would say it's always good to be positive. Even on days that are down, this is from my personal experience, and I'm also like honest sharing. If I'm very, very down on that day, I give myself a time limit. Okay, until to this day, I will be down. By tomorrow is a new day, new start. I forget whatever happened and I have to start anew. Because if you keep on carrying this kind of negativity, you're going nowhere. The only way to move is to move forward. What's the point of looking back? There's nothing for you to look backward. So of course you keep on walking, keep on moving, keep on improving. If you want to run your own brand, that is the spirit that you have to keep up. You must have that kind of go-getter spirit. Because I'm a person who hardly says no. Even if people say no to me, I'll ask them, why? Why? I know I'm annoying, but I need to know why the idea is not accepted. At least perhaps, you listen from a different point of view. Okay, someone gives you this kind of input. If you think that it's valuable, you think that it makes sense, absorb, digest, re-strategize. So, yep, this is something that I can share with everyone here.
Wow, thank you. So guys, remember, don't afraid to be failed. Okay, fail, it's a progress, and it might means there is opportunity at the back. Right. Thank you, Junita, for sharing us with the great tips.
Thanks, Polly.
Okay, guys, we are going to halftime break, and when we come back, we have our part 2 and part 3 of today's talk. See you guys later. Hi, we are back. Okay, so for now, we will have our part 2. So in part 2, Junita will be sharing more about how Yogood is doing during pandemic and more about future of the Yogood. Okay, so let's not waste more time. So Junita, we all know that pandemic have affected every one of us. Could you share with us more about how Yogood is doing during the pandemic and how the impact have affected you?
Okay, if we can go to the next slide. Okay, how Yogood had coped and is still coping, because we are in EMCO now in Selangor. Okay, we refer to the first point here, brand performance during MCO 1.0. Okay, to be honest, first MCO, we did very well. Don't say food product lah. Toilet paper also go out of stock. So technically everyone was doing very well in the FMCG category because panic buying. So, everything was going off the shelf. Eat, I don't eat, also buy. In case no food, buy. Okay? Then when you start buying already, then it comes to what do you say? MCO, we have the RMCO. There was the later, what do you call that? The later period of the year, around July or August, things have started to relax, correct? That's RMCO period. That's when we realized that sales has started to be stagnant. It's a decline. A decline, not a sharp decline. You see a slight drop compared to previous months, our forecast. So why the drop is because of all this panic buying, people also started to eat whatever they purchase. So there is no need for them to repurchase again because they have to finish all the existing stock, correct? So there's always, this were one of the impact that actually hit us. So we realized that because of this, customers also started to choose in terms of product preference. For example, like muesli bar is a hit among to all college students. It's also very popular to office people who are actually, working, and those who are office-based, they don't go out. So people will always snack on our muesli bar because it's convenient. But coming to period of RMCO or MCO, where most people are at home, people will not tend to buy our muesli bar already because they will want to eat something healthy. The muesli bar is mainly as a convenient snack. So like in terms of product preference, we see a drop in the bars, but we see an increase in sales for our muesli range because people feel that, I can start to eat healthily, I eat muesli because it's more wholesome and it is actually more filling to the tummy because if you eat a bowl of muesli, definitely will last you longer than eating one piece of the muesli bar, correct? So a shift of product preference has also changed, how to say, the sales category for our yogurt range of products. And for yogurt, we have all along been very, very strong in doing a lot of physical events or roadshows. For example, let's say for Jaya Grocer or Village Grocer, when we do roadshow or those concourse right in front of their outlets, right, you will see a lot of them, they're like for yogurt, we will book like the whole place, Pa Senggo Cheong, to have all our range of products because we have so many SKUs, correct or not? But with zero to almost minimal number of events or roadshows, physical eye view is missing. Even if people go and shop their groceries, it's always with a list, take, go home already. They pay, they go home. People don't have the time to really loiter, see one by one. Gone are the days like that already. So because of this, we have to change, strategy to move our marketing approach on a digital basis. Like it or not, I think a lot of brands, be it whether it is in FMCG, non-FMCG, everyone is geared towards digital marketing because like what we are doing now, we are facing our mobile, we're facing our laptop or desktop. And most of the time now, we are actually facing, our digital hardwares. That's for us, these are our form of entertainment. So I have to admit that all this while we have content marketing, but it wasn't that active. But since last year, we started to amplify our presence. So it's really more of a convincing factor to tell, like my husband really that we have to change our focus. We have all along been strong online. It's time we pick our pace back to the online category because my focus is for yogurt to be seen not only offline but also online. Where you are, you must see yogurt technically. Okay, so social media platforms such as like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, we have to amplify all these kind of presence to make sure that consumers actually get to see our product so they get to remember us, and next time when they go shopping, for grocery shopping, they remember to purchase our products. Then you also, of course, like to have strategies, for example, like adopting yogurt as an ingredient, because every time we eat it as a finished product. But even during MCO, like myself, I've also started to pick up baking. And that's when I realized, actually, we can use our peanut butter as part of baking. Why not? This is also indirectly tapping into different market segments. So as you can see, like in the photos here, these were like some of the contests that we have done, initially. We've run, some contests with a very huge Facebook group. They have about 102,000 followers, majority Malaysians. So we kickstart a campaign, with Yogood championing the whole contest, incorporating like our yogurt mueslis and our yogurt peanut butter as an ingredient for baking. So as you can see, the first photo here, I need to share this photo and I need to elaborate a little bit further. This photo here, you can see is nasi lemak, correct? But it's not nasi, it's muesli. It's actually, this contestant is actually our main winner. She uses our muesli to replace rice. So as you know, when we cook nasi lemak, we will cook the rice with santan. But for this contestant, she actually soaked our muesli with coconut milk, kept in the fridge overnight. So as you keep overnight, the muesli will start to absorb moisture. So the next day, it is softer. It's not mushy, but there's still the bite to it, but it's just smoother for you to eat. So at the end, she decorate it, with condiments for nasi lemak, like, the timun, you got the sambal, the kekacang, you can add in like ayam goreng like that. And she was actually one of the grand prize winner to bring out such innovative dish. And in a way, it's also healthier for you to consume. Some people might not know, when you talk about rice and brown rice, okay? Rice is actually simple carbohydrate, meaning to say that simple carbohydrate means when you eat and it's digested to the body, it breaks down to sugar, and this kind of sugar feed your fat. Yes, feed your fat. So if you are looking for more complex carbohydrate, that's why you see people will promote, eating whole grains, eating brown rice, because they're higher in dietary fiber. The higher in dietary fiber meaning keeps you fuller longer. And of course, with the husk that's not been grind outright to polish to become white, you have all these natural vitamins and minerals coated in it. Indirectly will also help to nourish our body. So for our range of mueslis, we always use a variety of mueslis, not just purely oats, like our Yogood Glow muesli. We have a mixture of 5 different whole grain: oat, barley, spelt, wheat, and rye. So at least your body, is absorbing different kind of ingredients, at the same time. So it is actually a very wholesome meal. And you can see like the other photos here, how they have actually incorporated our mueslis into, different kind of dishes. You have like a chai masala tea with our muesli garnishing. Then you have like our overnight mueslis that you can, consume. Then you can also do like a pear parfait muesli that looks damn atas. If you want to impress your date, please, you can actually go to our website. We have all the recipes included for you to go and try out. Because all these winners, in return, they are very generous to share the recipe on how to curate these kind of innovative dishes. Then, of course, you see like you have our peanut butter. For our peanut butter, especially like the no added sugar and salt, the main ingredient is actually just peanut butter. Either you want it to be in crunchy taste or you want it to be smooth, creamy. So you can see sometimes you want to eat rojak or you want to eat satay. Satay, you have to have peanut sauce. What? Instead of grounding your own peanut, use our peanut butter. Go and Google for a recipe and replace that peanut with our peanut butter. It tastes just as good. And the good thing is you are able to control the taste because there's no added salt and sugar. You want more spiciness, you want more saltiness, or more sweetness. It's up to you to curate because you are in control of how you want your dish to be, you see. So whether it's made into a savory style or made into baking, like peanut butter brownies, or even like the last photo is actually like a floral cheesecake with the base, instead of using digestive biscuit, this one is actually my creation because I tried to use our muesli. I ground it, add melted butter, then you press into the mold, and you use it as the base crumb for cheesecake. And you'll be surprised that actually, it's a healthier option, because you know what is added inside. So it churns out a lot of idea, and I would say the campaign was very successful because we have more than 200 entries, both, products combined to make something different. We're going to go to the next slide. Okay, so I also came out with the idea, like I mentioned, because when I've started baking, that's when I see a lot of YouTube then came the idea, okay, let's engage some YouTuber time. So I've actually tried to work with some YouTubers, all Malaysians, whether they are Malay content YouTubers, they are Chinese or even English speaking YouTubers. So you can see here, these are the screenshots. So I've actually worked with a few of them. So, we give them flexibility to curate their own dishes. So as long as something that is healthy, something that is doable. So all these YouTubers, they are people whom I've actually followed personally myself. So it's good that we try to curate and educate consumers that during this MCO period, there are so many people who is actually becoming home chef, MCO chefs. They have become upgraded their skills in terms of home cooking and all. So we try to leverage and tap onto this opportunity to promote our brand to a different kind of segment. Yeah, next slide. So as you can see just now, the initial slide was mainly on Mandarin and English content. We also tap onto our Malay content because for Yogood products, we also have like the halal logo status. So we also want to promote it, on a different scale. You want to eat apam balik but cannot go, all right, no problem. Go and see these recipes. We have people that we work with, Buat Orang Lapar or Limau Nipis. These are very popular YouTubers. And then you see how they actually use our peanut butter, to apply as the filling for apam balik, or to make ice cream using 5 ingredients only with our peanut butter as one of our main ingredient, and also different varieties of flavors making overnight mueslis. So we always keep the idea exciting and ongoing. Yep, the next slide. Okay, so I can see we've also shift our direction, our focus. Like I mentioned, a lot is digital marketing. I want the photos when you see, you want to eat. When you see, wow, I must buy. It must have that wow factor. So photos, of course, have to wow people. So, and getting lifestyle photographers, to take very curated photos. You see it, you just feel like eating it, it's good, that kind of thing. So, and of course, it's really to promote our product in a way how you can consume our Yogood range of products, not only just on muesli, but you can, like I mentioned, use it for cooking as well. Next slide. This one will be another set of photos that I'd like to share here as well, using our peanut butter and also our crunchy muesli. Sometimes it's good that we also want to educate this kind of lifestyle, flat lay style photography, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. You don't need to say 1,000 words like myself, very chong hei that. One photo enough to wow people. So we always try to have these kind of visuals to entice people and to remember us, on a different scale. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, now, even during the pandemic, we also feel that for Yogood, it is also good that we give back to the community and also to the society, because things are pretty bad now, outside. So, and a lot of people, even some of my friends, they have lost their jobs. I'm sure that you've heard a lot of people also that are not doing that well. They're struggling. Even the frontliners to this very moment as we speak, they are also, working 24 hours around the clock. So all along, we have always been doing a lot of CSR programs, even prior to the pandemic. But it's also at this period, we feel that it's also good. We also help to give back the products, give back to society in terms of donation to the frontliners. We also donated, let's say, to mainly like to KPJ or to Sungai Buloh Hospital. We usually you don't see this shout out onto our Facebook page because I don't believe for us to promote so much. But since we're in this talk, so I think that it's good that we let you guys know. When one day you are already successful, don't forget those who has ever helped you. So this is, I would say, our indirect way to give back to the community, to help the frontliners, to give them our cheerleading support. You don't need to be there and give them a pat on the shoulder. Sometimes giving a proper product is also another form of saying thank you and showing your appreciation to people. Yep, next slide. Yeah. So these are also like our recent photos that we also share. We also donate to the orphanage, because these are also trying times for their people. A lot of all these communities, how should I say, they rely heavily on donations. So sometimes we also will give back we usually give back in the form of products. So my company, not only we will sponsor Yogood, I think it's also good. We also sponsor like toddlers. Sometimes we give formula milk as well. Also, this is from our another part of our business that we also try to give back to the society in return, because it's always better to be in a position to give than to take in this situation. So at least we know that we take care, and the hashtag kita jaga kita is really ongoing now. Yep. Next slide, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Junita, for sharing that with us. It's very kind of Yogood to actually spend some time actually give it back to the community. And we can see that how actually Yogood cope with the pandemic situation from physical slowly go up to digital. Thank you for sharing all that with us. Yes. So now, a little bit more towards the future. So could you share with us more about the future of Yogood?
Okay, the next slide, please. Okay. Future of Yogood. Must continue to survive, lor. Okay, I didn't confirm already. Basically, for us, is really to continue improving our product offerings and to be innovative, bringing exciting new products in the market. So like I mentioned in our earlier slides, obstacles of founding Yogood, you have to be in tune, with the upcoming trends, food trends, healthy food trends, since this is what our whole vision is all about in the very beginning. So every year, we always try to introduce one or two new products. Like this year, we've already introduced the Yogood Junior Vegetable Pasta, and also the classic peanut butter range. So we always try to be creative, having consumers to have different products to try all the time. So innovation is definitely our key thing. That's how we always progress. The learning never stops, and it's always good that we keep on moving forward. And also, the next point is definitely we will want to grow in terms of, hey, this one later. Sorry. So in terms of expanding the yogurt, our organic category, our yogurt grow, this is definitely also in our key pipeline to how to say, to expand this organic health food category. Like for now, we have our kids range. Who knows, maybe in the future, we might have an organic adult range. I mean, it's good to hear some feedback from you guys, because you all have been supporting our product. So at least we want to know what are your likes and all, so at least we can slowly improvise and develop something new and innovative then. And next slide, please. Okay, this one no surprise already, but I also can share before we bring this what do you call that, this talk to an end, to the lucky draw, I have two good news to share. First is, of course, to share in terms of our collaboration with SAGI University Group of Colleges. Having this live talk will be our very first collaboration together. Then moving forward, we will also be having, for example, like endorsement or involvement of Yogood into the subjects or even syllabus in SAGI Group of Colleges. Maybe, for example, maybe with your design faculty, maybe we can run like an assignment or campaign, to promote or how to design Yogood products. And who knows, perhaps your product is really has that wow factor we can actually incorporate into our new facelift, of our products. I mean, we'll never know, because all these are still in talks. In future, we will also have entrepreneurial talks. Like now, of course, we're touching on the surface, but I think when we are able to visit your colleges one day, I always prefer a face-to-face communication rather than just the screen line. So Entrepreneur Talks is really giving more business insight, more in-depth how to grow yourself, not only, let's say, as an employee, or perhaps next time you're going to be an entrepreneur in future, what are the do's and don'ts, or how should you go bring yourself forward to the next level, you see. Then you also have, maybe Yogood's ambassador program, mini challenges or competitions, in the coming campaigns. So hopefully we will hear more good news.
Yep.
Yeah. Then last but not least, the last slide. Okay. This is a very small thank you and appreciation to everyone here who has actually attended our talk. For as a thank you gift in return, we want to share this promo code YOGOSEG15. If you go into our official Yogood store on Shopee, you actually can get to enjoy 15% off with a purchase of 50 ringgit and above. So this is applicable to all Yogood range of products. This is open to all. So it's only valid starting from now, today, until 20th. So should be next Wednesday, I think. Yeah. So but this voucher runs very limited. It's on a first come, first serve basis. But do remember this voucher code is only applicable for our official store in Shopee, not Lazada, because somehow got problem lah. I don't know why. So you just buy from Shopee lah. So just remember this, this what do you call that? The promo code YOGOSEG15. Feel free to shop away. Whatever range that I've shown earlier, you definitely can find it on our official store for you to enjoy.
Right. Thank you, Junita. So I know we must have a lot of pandemic born master chef. Guys, it's your time to be shine. So get up there and get some ingredients and start cooking. So get on to it. And now, okay, the most exciting session is here. Q&A session and the lucky draw session. Okay, so do you guys still remember what to do? Oh, before that, just let me to repeat again what do we have for today, lucky draw. So we are giving out 3 sets of Yogood products that you see on the screen. Okay, so what you have to do is that if you see your name pop up later on, remember to comment I am the winner so that you can claim your prize. Okay? Now, should we go? Oh, right. So before we go into that, a little sharing with you guys. So for our next webinar series, we are very happy to be able to invite Mr. Gary Chow from Nikon. He is also a award-winning photographer to share with us about the art of night photography. Mark your calendar, 21st July. 21st July, 8 p.m. Okay, mark your calendar. We'll see you there. Okay, come on. Let's go on. Move on. And then there's a wheel of name. Okay, let's see who's our lucky winner. Yay, we have our first winner, Ho Qian Sin. Okay, if you can see your name, remember to comment I am the winner and you have 1 minute time. Okay, so while waiting, let's go into our first Q&A session. Okay, so there's a question here. If you were to start all over again, with your experience now, what would you do differently in terms of getting your name out there, especially when going against big pioneer brands?
If I were to start all over again, for us, if I were to start all over again, I will not change what we are doing actually in terms of like the strategy, the growth, the pace that we are going at now. For me, there's no point in rushing. So like I mentioned, it takes years to build the trust and confidence of our Yogood brand. If you're expecting to grow a brand and to be well known in 1 to 2 years time, the likelihood for you to crash is also very high. Why? Because if you want to build your name to such upscale level in a short period of time, right? You're talking about huge amount of marketing investment, investment in terms of A&P, advertising and promotion to market yourself. And all these aren't cheap. Like for us to work with agencies, to do advertising, you're talking about web banners and all these 讲钱啊. So it is very expensive. For us, we try to spend prudently. And I would say the key factor is, what's that term you call it? I can't recall that phrase, slow and steady wins the race. Yep, that's what I try to say. Don't rush for success, because even to this very day, it is still a learning journey for us. So let's say if you know that you've adopted a strategy that works, you can apply it or even enhance it to be even better. But sometimes there are also times, maybe strategy that you've used, maybe 3-4 years ago, and you adopt it to this very day, it might not work. So you have to be really hands-on. That's something that I also need to be very, I really need to bring it up further. Like for example, for us, when we have road shows at the physical stores, of course, it's handled by my sales team. But sometimes, let's say when we exhibit at Baby Fair, we also have like a Yogood booth. I will always ensure that I'm with my team at all times, because it's very important as an entrepreneur, you are also a leader. When you're a leader, you must be able to lead a team and to show an example. Always be a leader to guide, show an example, teach and correct when necessary. And I trust that, with all this guidance and all, the brand will definitely grow slowly and steadily.
Right. Thank you, Junita, for that. So slow and steady win the race. Thank you. Okay. I saw our first winner comment. So congratulations. So products go to you. So let's go for our second winner for today. So let's the win spin. Ta-dam. Who's the second winner? Yay! We have Alicia Lee. So you have 1 minute to comment in the comment box saying that I am the winner. Thank you. So second question here. So if you are stuck in an abandoned island, what is the one yogurt product you would bring?
Why only one? If I can choose to be stuck on the island, of course I bring one suitcase, right? Okay, no lah. Putting aside lah. Let's say if I'm really, really stuck lah. This is tough, man. I'll bring the peanut butter. Because easy to eat. I assume that there's no water lah, Okay, so like if I eat my muesli, sometimes it's a bit inconvenient. I cannot take muesli bar because muesli bar only has 6 in it only. What? So I take peanut butter, because even to this very day, like I do, let's say, like workouts in the morning. After my workout, I always take high protein food, not those mix type one. As in really proper high protein food. It's always, my staple is always 2 eggs, 1 avocado, 2 slices of wholemeal bread with peanut butter, and a cup of coffee, of course. So even the peanut butter, sometimes like if I'm hungry or I'm just feeling peckish, I will take a spoon, just scoop peanut butter and I just eat it from the spoon. I think that's the best way to eat peanut butter, like if you ask me. Whether it's the crunchy or the creamy texture. That's how I eat it. That's how my kids eat it as well also.
Thank you for that. Interesting. So we see our second winner. Thank you for being there. Okay, let's see our third winner. Who's our third winner? Let it spin. Dun dun. Oh, yay! We have Ki and Ping for our third winner. So if you are here, can you please comment, I am the winner, and you have 1 minute. So our third question. Okay, Yogood has such wide range of products. What other factors influence the design process for curating new products other than consumer demands?
Factors. I am very in tune with this kind of new designs, but somehow I don't like designs that are very we call it like loud and noisy. Means you have too many elements. Hence, you notice that our yogurt products only has a white background and only a white background. I will explain why kids one has colors then later. So adult range always have white because we go with simplicity, clean, minimalist look. Because when you have too many colors, too many elements on the product, how is customer going to focus on the product? Like we take picture of the muesli. When people take your product, people want to see what's available. So when people see, it should be the actual product itself that captures their interest. And of course, the overall design complements the whole look. So even to this day, let's say if you were to walk to the cereal aisle, I'm very sure if you were to stand one end, you can immediately identify Yogood's range because of its white background. Clean, simple, minimalist look. But then again, this has always been Yogood's direction, So if let's say next time you want to create your own identity, feel free. It can be a colored background. I mean, it's up to you, but when you create something and when there are new range of products lining up, one after another, like our products, you have to ensure that there is a standardization. You can't have suddenly white and then suddenly, colorful. It's a bit different, you see, unless you want that item to really stand out of the box. Now, for children's range, why it's colorful? Because when it comes to children's product, we've done like studies before. So children are always very attracted to colorful things. So hence you will see that children's product is not plain, not clean. They won't understand that kind of concept. It's not like adults, You see kids' product is always colorful. It's always illustrated. Not really much of a real product. You still see on the design of the packaging, but it's always something very cheeky, very fun to be with, So we even use like animal characters, to represent the product, you see.
All right, thank you for that. So we have our third winner. So congrats, guys. So for all the winners, look on the screen. So you see that is an email that you can email to. Okay, please email your current address to that email and please identify yourself as well. Okay? Okay, guys, it appeared the second time, so it is important. Screenshot it. 21st July, we have Gary Chow for the art of night photography. Okay, so before we end, Miss Junita, could you say a few last words to our young audience today?
Last few words. I would say, as of now, if you have a plan or if you have a dream, that should be the correct word, don't give up. Even if you cannot execute it in the near future, always have that passion, that pride that you will be able to grow it one day. Perhaps it will be very, very challenging at the beginning. I mean, there's no story that comes, with a smooth start, Cinderella didn't got off very nice at the beginning anyway. So always persevere. How to say? The key factor, like I mentioned earlier, don't take failures as failure, but rather it's more of like an encouragement to yourself. At least you try better than not trying. So this is something that I've always tell myself. Disappointment will kick in. Sometimes people will shun your products. When you want to grow your own brand, you're bound to receive some negative, very nasty remarks at times that will really hurt your feelings, in the initial period. But learn to get over it. Don't let this kind of negativity stop you or hinder you from something successful, If you believe in it, and believing is one crucial factor to make your brand to grow to the next milestone. Believing it, like I mentioned, trust your product. If you yourself trust your product will do well, it will do well. And patience as well to slowly grow, analyze, and study the market. Study your brand, study your competitors. Observe how other people progress. Even if it's not a competitor, look at how other industries are growing. Sometimes you will never know a strategy adopted from a different industry can also be adopted to what you're doing now. You'll never know. It's really all about brainstorming. And like I mentioned, always keep the passion and the fire going. That's how we always learn. That's how we always improvise. If you fall down, get up again. You fall, get up again. That is the main thing that I would like to share with everyone. And last but not least, this is non-yogurt related. Looking at the current COVID numbers now, I just want to wish everyone here, stay safe, kita jaga kita, practice good SOP. We really need to do our part now because we are really at the juncture where it's really at the breaking point. So everyone, as long as we do our part, I'm sure that we can really break the chain and hopefully get life to where it's supposed to be, like how it used to. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Miss Junita, for sharing that with us. So people, I think we all can learn something from here. So guys, this is the end of our talk. So Miss Junita, thank you for spending your time with us. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing all this insightful knowledge and your experiences. I think all of us can learn something from it.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you to SEGI group of colleges once again, for the opportunity. It's been very honor. At least I get to, have this kind of live session, and thank you for all the overwhelming comments. As I'm speaking, I'm also looking at your comments, thank you very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure as well to share our insight, and hopefully, SEGI can come up more of these kind of educational talks, because sometimes it's not really by the books. It's good to have this kind of practical, on-ground sharing, from different kind of business sectors, for them to share their knowledge and insights.
Yeah, thank you. So to our audience, thank you as well for choosing to tune in with us today. So I hope our talk today will enrich your perspective in some of the way. Okay, so guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in our next webinar, 21st July. Don't forget about it. Okay, and good night. Bye, guys.